everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Jacob and welcome back to Eminem Hub, the channel where we do reactions, we do music reviews, and today we're doing a tier list on our rapper NF right here. So NF is a white rapper who, you know, takes influence from Eminem. It's kind of created his way in music and has released quite a few albums so far. So we're going through pretty much every single one in this kind of series, ranking them in a tier list. So that's what we're doing. We already did Hope last time. If you want to check out that video, the link will be in that card thing up there. So just check that out, all right? If you guys are enjoying the consistent uploads, we upload once a week currently, going to be upgrading to 2 in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, stay tuned for that. So without further ado, today we're doing 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬, the mixtape. This was probably one of my favorite projects from NF, so you might see that in the ranking here. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But all right, so we're gonna start with the opener, which is 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬, obviously. This song is awesome, mate. It has some very big orchestral highs, like NF has kind of made his own sound from recently, but this was definitely one of the bigger tracks on the album. Had a pretty cool music video too, but some of my favorite parts are when he goes into that hard rap at the end, and that's one of the best parts I can play in a gym playlist, and I'll be pushing and just like pushing the bar, Oh, that part is insane. And, you know, he just has a great performance overall over the song, and I think fits really well. It's one of his best, and we're going to put it in banger, personally. Think we're going to put it above Careful. I actually like it better than Careful. But yeah, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬 is in banger, in my opinion. This is interesting looking back, isn't it? It's interesting. We got That's a Joke. Now, That's a Joke I didn't really revisit that much. It's actually my most viewed video on the channel is That's a Joke for some reason. My reaction to that. But That's a Joke, look, it wasn't the best, I think. Like, the flow was crazy, right? He just went spitting on that one. But in terms of actual lyrical content, was kind of weak, I'll be honest, compared to the others. So I actually think I'm going to put it in mid, personally. I think it's more impressive than all the ones in this category here. Also, if you disagree with anything, make sure you leave me your opinion in the comments. Absolutely roast me, just do it. Also, have you licked that like button yet? All right, Just Like You. Now, Just Like You, I haven't revisited for a while now. Like, I haven't listened to this one for ages, but Just Like You is quite nice. It has a good meaning, I think, to it. You know, there's millions of us just like you, feeling depressed and stuff. Just remember, you know, there's others going through the same stuff. So it's definitely something a lot of people can relate to. The rapping parts, it's neither here nor there. I think it's more the message, more than the actual song, if I'm honest. The chorus isn't too bad. It's a bit catchy here and there, but it definitely isn't a bad track. I'll probably put it in good, the lowest good, but it's still a good track in my opinion for the message there. Story. Now, Story was a very interesting song. It had a music video kind of accompanying it. It definitely is one of the more interesting things NF has released, and I think he needs to do more of that branching out personally. Obviously I like a lot of his music, but it wouldn't be too bad for him to find a new concept for the next album that might be a bit different. The Story track, yeah, was a good step in that direction. It was very literal in terms of what happened in the music videos, what he was talking about on the track. So it's not something you're gonna re-listen, potentially. It's not very re-listenable, but I would say it does have its merits in terms of something different, something cool and interesting NF did release, and it's cool as like a thing on its own, but not necessarily something I'd have in my playlist either. So personally, I think Story, I'm going to put in good just because it is quite an interesting idea, but I'll put it at the back. Oh, that's prideful. Wait, what? Wait, what happened to Story? Oh my goodness, why did it go over there? What? I thought I was very scared then. I'm going to put in good, back of good, just because the re-listenability won't be there, but I appreciate the concept and the project. Moving on, we've got Lost. Wow, Lost, when that came out, that was crazy. You had Hopsin, one of NF's first proper rapping collabs, which was really cool to see, and I hope he does more. Obviously, we got 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐬 on Careful, which was really good, but yeah, I think he needs to do more because they're bangers. I think Lost is a banger in particular, and it definitely deserves to be up there. It hasn't made my playlist in a while, but it's always a good listen and good reminder, and definitely was what I listened to a lot at the time. So I'm going to put it in banger, but I actually think Careful has a bit more replay value, so I'm going to put it just below that. Moving on, we've got Layers. Layers has some really cool flow switches, and there's a lot of, I'm pretty sure Clouds All Round is probably NF's best rapping performance in all his albums. It's definitely his best technical album or mixtape, so I think that's definitely something we should think about. I think he did take it a bit lower on this new Hope album. Like, it's not as technically proficient. I feel like it had more bars as well, right? So I think Layers does as well. Really cool beat switch as well in it. But it's not, I'm not necessarily going to put him in banger. I think it is still a good song, and I'm actually going to put it above Let Him Pray. I think it is better than the others, but good rapping performance on that. Prideful. Now, Prideful, you know, it's more of a guilty pleasure listen, if I'm honest. Like, there's nothing really wrong with it. I guess you could say that the beat is kind of a Drake track, you know? Does seem like something Drake would make, but it's not too bad of a listen, easy on the ears. There isn't a crazy amount of substance to it. Sorry. So I am going to put it in mid, but I think it's definitely the top of mid there. Not saying it's a bad song, but overall, you know, doesn't really add too much to the catalog. Drifting. Now, Drifting was such an interesting song to me. I really liked it. It hasn't made my rotations as much as some of the other ones, but I think it definitely holds its value in terms of a unique song. It has that crazy beat switch at the end, which, you know, it surprises you. To be honest, I like the Suffice beat switch in terms of the content in that part, and the flow. I actually like that better in Suffice. It just sounds way cooler. But I think in terms of the transition, I think Drifting does it so much better. But I think overall the song's interesting, and it sends it down a path, so definitely in banger there. It's got to be in there. I actually think maybe just behind Lost there is probably an appropriate spot for it. Trust. Oh, okay. So Trust has Tech 9 on it, and wow, this song goes off. It's definitely one of his more technically proficient songs, like we were talking about before, but this one is probably the fastest NF has ever rapped on a song. So you've got to keep that in mind. And I think just overall, such a really good hype song. Definitely makes my rotation a few times still. So I think it's definitely in banger, and I think it's honestly top of banger. I actually like it better than Clouds. That might be a hot take. Maybe. But finally we got Pay My Dues. Now, Pay My Dues technically it was a single before Clouds dropped, obviously, but I do really like Pay My Dues, and has some nice fast rap again, and it's a bit of a spit back at the haters. I think it was the hate against the Search album, if you guys didn't know, but I think Pay My Dues is definitely a banger as well. Look, yeah, there's nothing really I would put personally in straight GOAT for Clouds the Mixtape, but overall I did really enjoy the project. But yeah, I'm probably going to put Pay My Dues and banger probably behind Clouds personally. I think those two songs, actually now looking at it, I think I am going to put Clouds above Trust. Is it on straight GOAT? Is Clouds a straight GOAT song? I don't know if I can put it up there, eh? I think I am. Jeez, I just changed my mind completely. I actually think Clouds deserves to be in straight GOAT. Is that controversial? I don't know. But you know what? I really don't care, honestly. I think Clouds is the straight GOAT song. But yeah, Pay My Dues behind Trust there and banger. So that's sort of the list now. We can kind of see. I think on average, Clouds the Mixtape is quite a better album / mixtape than Hope, in my opinion. But not to say Hope hasn't got its props. Like, you can see it's still got a fair few songs in there, but I think on average, I think that Clouds is a lot better. So yeah, that was this episode of the tier list for NF's albums. Next, obviously, we got The Surge, which is quite a big one. That'll change things up dramatically in this list. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new for some new content like this. Do you have any suggestions for video ideas that might relay well, then make sure you let me know in the comment section. And anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.